clicked us on Facebook or YouTube. I'm Cliffy.
I'm finding this incredibly awkward.
It's 10:30 on a Thursday night, and we've got nothing better to do than sit and record ourselves talking about professional wrestling
And make signs. And try and look professional.
Yeah, but we're just not going to look professional. No.
Make sure to give us a like on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter.
Cheap pop.
I bet you we have a DVD out in no time. So we'd just like to say that we've got 1,158 likes in just over a month, which we're quite impressed about. I've probably spent about £40 getting half of those likes. But there you go.
I've done nothing.
Jez done nothing. What about you, Rob?
I've created a website.
Rob's created the website, prowrestlinguniverse.simple.com. And that, my friends, sums us three.
Yes.
Up to two.
It really is the definition of simple.
Yeah.
So, getting back to topic.
What topic wasn't a topic to begin
it
with?
wasn't a topic. We're just winging it. You know we're winging it.
The streak.
We've got notes. We've
We
got
have
a run
notes.
sheet.
The streak.
We've got championship belts.
Should the streak have ended?
Yes.
Who broke the streak?
Yeah, who did break the streak, Eric?
My client.
I thought
Brock
it was my
Lesnar.
client.
I actually thought he was my client.
We just got into like acting mode.
No, Rob.
We've got
Eric.
into gimmicks.
Eric! Eric!
I don't mind calling me Rob, but
We've lied, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't Eric.
this is Bishop.
This is Rob.
The gimmick lasted all of 30 seconds.
Yeah. So that's the story of Rob's life.
Say hello to our cameraman Dave.
Hey Dave!
Hi, Dave.
Hi Dave! Hi Dave!
He will have a face reveal eventually.
Yeah. He's like the Stig.
Some say he eats cats.
Yeah.
Other people say that he does 90 mile an hour on the motorway backwards.
Or others say
He'd rather be in China. Can I just point out the fact that the other sign on the back of this one from WrestleMania night was 22-0.
Yeah.
22-0.
Should
Really?
have ended.
Really?
Really?
22-0? Really? Yes, it should have ended. Especially if Undertaker's last match was this year's WrestleMania. But I think the thing that annoyed quite a lot of people and had a lot of people wondering why it ended is who ended it. Did Lesnar need it?
I don't think he needed it, but it was nice for him to end it.
Well,
If they book him like properly for the rest of the year as just like an absolute monster, and not have him lose like silly matches to John Cena, they just need to book him as an absolute machine.
yeah, because obviously when he came back,
Yeah.
it was, we'll bring him back, we'll legitimise the WWE.
Yeah.
And he came back and he beats Cena to within an inch of his life almost and loses.
Yeah.
And what was the point in
There
that?
was no point, was there?
No.
Even the matches against Triple H, I don't think he should have lost. Especially the one at WrestleMania. He definitely shouldn't have lost. Triple H didn't need to beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, did he?
No.
It's just another thing added to his portfolio.
It is. He didn't need to. But like I say, if Lesnar's booked strong for the rest of the year, then his WrestleMania 31 match could be massive.
Do you think he's going to be champion before the end of 2014?
Yes. I think he'll go into WrestleMania with the title.
Really?
No.
What say you to Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar next year's WrestleMania main event? Lesnar goes in with the title, drops it to Roman Reigns.
And there's your next major star.
Yeah, it could happen.
I said this to you the other week. Lesnar against Sheamus for some reason
Yeah, it appeals to you,
intrigues
doesn't
me.
it?
I don't know why, because at the moment I don't really care for Sheamus, and I haven't done for quite some time. But his match against Barrett was really good on Raw a couple of weeks ago. But it's just, I don't know. It'd be really hard hitting and really.
Yeah, it'd be a war, wouldn't it?
It would be good. It would be good.
NXT is on this evening.
Is it?
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
I
I wouldn't say it was this evening, as we're from the UK. It's on in the early hours.
Yeah.
Yes, and with being in the UK, we definitely do not have access to the WWE network.
Not at all.
Not in the slightest.
No.
No. Through very legal channels, but no, we don't. We don't have access to it.
No.
We won't be watching that when we've finished doing this.
No.
By
If
the
you
way,
have the WWE Network, make sure to give us a like on Facebook.
Yes, he will be plugging Facebook
Yeah.
more times than he's plugged his bathtub. Yeah, that was an analogy.
So the Iron Sheik's got a new
Yeah. Hey, they're jumping way too far ahead. I was going to say, you can follow along with us on Twitter if you like, whether you're watching the web show with the hashtag PWU WebShow. That's my Michael Cole impression for the night done.
That's that over and done.
Yeah. No, NXT. We've seen, especially since WrestleMania, when Paige came out and obviously won the Divas Championship on the first night and sent AJ. That's Emma.
You can tell Rob who doesn't watch NXT.
Yeah, because Paige, the anti-diva who comes out and screams and has jet black hair and really pale skin and is really, really attractive, comes out and does
Yeah,
and plays with
It
bubbles.
has segments with Santina.
Yeah, we'll get to that. NXT stars.
what the fuck?
That was the worst Cobra I've ever seen,
Yeah,
and that's even counting the Cobra where the great Khali tried to charm with something. SmackDown, that was ridiculous. Anyway, NXT stars. Paige has come out so far, won the title. You've got the likes of Adam Rose that are debuting soon.
Rusev had an impressive
You've got
showing in the
Rusev
Rumble.
who's destroying jobbers at the moment.
Yeah.
He's just destroying.
But that's how it
Xavier
used to be
Woods.
back in the day.
Oh, truth.
You used to have a top guy all the time would just beat jobbers all the time. And then you'd have two of the main stars face off on a pay-per-view. You would never get like Rusev against bloody Dolph Ziggler on a normal show. It'd be Rusev against fucking Barry from down the road, who when the match would last 5 seconds. It's true.
It is. But I mean, the way that I see it is that for a really strong heel to get over and to really assert himself, you need a strong face to be trounced by that guy, so that everyone can turn around and absolutely despise him.
I'd have him smash Goldust up. People like Goldust. They always have liked Goldust.
True.
I just have him absolutely annihilate Goldust.
Or friend of the show, William Regal. I don't think he's a friend of the show. I'm just saying.
He will be soon.
He will be.
He will be.
We'll plug the shit out of this on his Twitter.
Going back to the superstar who beats up the jobbers every week. They did it with Ryback.
Yeah.
But what's happened to Ryback?
Well, they dropped the ball, didn't they? Should they have given him the belt at Hell in a Cell?
I personally don't think he was ready for the belt, but I think he is the main guy who can turn around and say, because of The Rock, I am where I am now.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't for WWE wanting to do CM Punk versus The Rock at the Royal Rumble to lead into Rock versus Cena at WrestleMania, then Ryback at some point during that, he would have beaten CM Punk for the title. And it's just circumstances
stopped his momentum dead, didn't it, when he lost?
Yeah.
Definitely did.
And then he didn't help himself by, doing the spear and the jackknife powerbomb.
Yeah.
People calling him Goldberg, but that's it.
Maybe he secretly wanted a match with Goldberg.
I don't think
Maybe that was his plan to get him back. I'll steal his gimmick and then see him.
In fairness, I'd like to see that.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
I would like to see that.
I like my power matches though, so.
Yeah.
What are you guys thinking of Bray Wyatt?
I think he's awesome. What do you think of Bray Wyatt, Rob?
I think he's got the whole world in his hands at the moment.
Yeah.
He's got the whole
If you think he's got the whole world
in his hands, he's got the whole.
I do think Bray Wyatt is the whole thing with the Wyatts is new, kind of. We had the Godwins, but they weren't as creepy as the Wyatts. The same kind of.
Where the fuck have you got that from?
Somebody got the Henry O. Godwin, Phineas?
Before my time.
Yeah, before mine, but.
No, before my time of actually watching anything. Still not caught up on it.
But we will when we get the network in at the end of the year.
Yes. I can't look at it now.
No.
Honestly.
We cannot.
Wink, wink. What I like about them, and I have done since NXT when it was just Bray on his own before he brought in, Rowan and Harper, is the fact that it's so different. The fact that it is a gimmick. It's not just a guy like, for example, Xavier Woods, which I do like. I do think he's decent in the ring, and he can go in the ring.
But he's got the old disco
But
gimmick.
it's generic bloke that dances. It's Fandango.
Yeah.
It's him. It's Brodus Clay.
Sensei.
Their gimmick and what they are trying to get people to like them for is, let's do a dance before we get to the ring.
Yeah,
Forget about what the match is, and then dance when we win.
Yeah.
And there's nothing else to them. Whereas Bray, he is playing that character amazingly well.
Yeah.
Because when you think back to the original NXT, when he's saying that he's the army tank with a Ferrari engine, or whatever he was, and he was Husky Harris.
Yeah.
And then he was in the new Nexus and everything. It wasn't anything.
He did a gimmick like with the straight jacket at one point, didn't he? Like a psycho gimmick.
Yeah, but it's when he speaks. Cena said it on Raw this week, but when he speaks, people do listen, and it is gripping. You do listen to absolutely every single word that he says, and I don't know whether I don't think you guys watch The Following, but anyone out there that watches The Following, I liken him to Joe Carroll in that, because Joe Carroll is a serial killer in that show, so I'm not exactly like Bray Wyatt at all. But just in the way that he speaks, it's very
methodical.
It is, and like we've said about Dean Ambrose in the past, when he speaks, it's like you hang on every single word. There's no wasted motion at all. It's just a case of everything he says is important, and you have to listen to it, otherwise you'll miss something.
Yeah.
And
if you want to be a massive star in professional wrestling, it's a great trait to have, isn't it?
Yeah. And the fact that you saw it at WrestleMania when they're singing along to him, and then
he's got that now, hasn't he, to bring the crowd into it.
Yeah, and then he had the kids on Raw doing it.
Yeah.
I still don't think he should have lost to Cena at WrestleMania.
No, didn't need to lose, did he?
If anything, it should be Cena getting his own back on Bray at Extreme Rules, not the other way around. But
on Raw the night after, he looked like a megastar, didn't he?
Yeah.
And if he would have beat Cena, he would have looked like a megastar. He would have. He really would have.
Well, I do like what they're doing in the sense that Cena's actually turning around to the crowd and saying, "Why did you vote for me to go against all the Wyatts? Why did you just choose one? Why are you turning your back on me?" That kind of thing. It's kind of interesting to see him do that. But then again, later in the show, he turns around and he's like, "Hey, let's have a laugh and a joke about it. I'm going to stick my foot up his ass."
He needs to piss off. He does. He's had his time now. He needs to go.
His time's now.
His time has never been now.
Your time is up. His time's now. Have you heard his song?
He's shocking. I can't be doing with him anymore. Whenever he comes on the telly, I need to turn off.
The thing is, Jerry Lawler actually said it the other week. I think I read online that he said in an interview somewhere that once if you've seen one Ric Flair match, you've seen them all. And he said that Cena's getting the same way now, where if you've seen one of them, you know what's going to happen. And
you can't even mention John Cena in the same breath as Ric Flair.
I think you can.
You can't. Come on.
I think you can.
Why?
In 20 or 30 years, there will be people that will be turning around and they'll be saying, right, as they are now, they're saying Flair, Hogan, Warrior, rest in peace. You've got The Rock, Austin, all those guys. Even Triple H will be in there, even though I have my own personal feelings about him. But Cena will be in that same bracket.
But he shouldn't be.
I don't think, even though CM Punk's had the longest, and he's my guy, 434.
Punk won't be in it.
He will not be named in the same way that those other guys are.
No.
Even though he had an absolutely amazing run as champion, brought so much credibility back to the belt.
He should be in it though.
In
Cena's place.
he should, but the fact that Cena's been on top for so long, whether or not he's been doing the same shit year in, year out is irrelevant. He's still the top merch guy. He's still the guy that will put arses into seats.
Don't put my ass in a seat.
He will still be there. Casual viewers
Yeah.
You know, people will say, WWE's coming to town. All right, Cena's going to be there. Let's go and watch him.
Shouldn't be like that though.
It shouldn't, but it is. And until they make that next guy,
Which should be Roman Reigns.
until they actually kind of get out of their ways and, you know, put some faith in.
Yeah, they need to put some
someone
faith in
else.
somebody else.
Because it's all well and good saying that Cena stood up 10, 11 years ago and said, I will be that next guy for you.
Mm.
But
He's not that guy now, though. I don't think he should be.
there's so many other guys that could have, should have been given that chance.
Some of them are even gone.
But, you know, they're not getting that chance because they're being... It's like, oh, you're not Cena, so...
Yeah.
You know, that's it.
Yeah, I agree.
What's next, boss? He's got the script in front of
I
him.
know. Come on, bro.
Wake up!
No, I'm trying to think because that's something in my head. Something good.
We're going to be that good.
Well, let's go... What do you think? Let's go back to the NXT guys, because I was trying to say that there's a lot of guys that have come up to the roster now and some that are coming up to the roster soon.
Yeah.
And I am particularly worried for them in a way because, I mean, I've written down a few of them on here because I'm going to forget otherwise. But Big E, huge champion in NXT,
Yeah.
you know, getting everyone chanting 5-5. I wish he'd do that.
I know he doesn't. He hasn't brought that up, has he?
I wish he would have
I'm
done
quite
the five,
surprised at
that
that.
5 count, especially if he's a heel.
Yeah.
Bringing the 5 count, brilliant.
Yeah.
But with Big E, Intercontinental Champion, you can tell that they're high on him and he's going to go places. Shield as well goes without saying.
Oh yeah.
We'll get onto that later with Evolution.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely amazing. They're all going to be top guys. The Wyatts as well. Same breath as the Shield, exactly the same. The worry that I have is Adam Rose.
The next
starting soon.
The next Fandango.
Next Fandango. Next Xavier Woods, who again has come from NXT and does a
Sad
dancing gimmick.
Because it's a really fun gimmick
Yeah,
that people can get behind, but it won't be taken seriously, will it?
No, and I think that NXT is on 9 times out of 10 NXT is much better than Monday Night Raw.
Oh yeah.
When I watched it,
But
I think it's kind of stuck in its own world.
yeah.
Like guys will get over there easily, and they will have that kind of safety net that yes, they're in the WWE, they're getting exposure, they've got their own merch now.
Yeah, they have. Yeah.
That they're selling.
Are you joking me?
What did I say 10 minutes before we started? Phone's off.
You can
Wow.
You can tell we're winging this. Can't you?
Wow.
That is unbelievable.
Wow.
Fire.
I just want to chop you so bad right now.
I'm scared.
Those guys, they've got their safety net. They are big fish, small pond.
Yeah.
They've got the same, very similar crowd that goes there week in, week out
Yeah.
to watch them, and a lot of the time it is the same crowd because they're doing 4 tapings,
Like
a
our
night or something,
British indie shows.
like the British indie shows. And they get trapped in that bubble, and then when they come to the main roster, even if they are huge in NXT, like Adam Rose's gimmick, he's only been doing it for like 4 weeks or something.
Yeah, probably.
Since
that.
Since he binned off Leo Kruger.
Yeah.
Who I actually liked.
I didn't
liked
see
Leo
much
Kruger.
of it.
But I'm really worried that he's going to be another one of these guys that's just out there for the entertainment side of it, and he's not going to go much further than let's warm up the crowd, let's get that pop for his entrance music. And his entrance, speaking of music,
Come on.
we can't. I'm on a roll.
Just go.
Right, go.
Come back.
Go. It's a very important phone call.
Vince.
He's onto the phone.
Yeah.
He's onto the phone. I'm very worried that he's going to be this next guy that's just going to be an entrance theme, which is amazing. It's already on my phone, and it will be my alarm clock very soon.
Yeah.
Him, Bo Dallas. I don't see Bo Dallas being much more than a mid-carder.
No. I could see him having a run with like the United States title when Ambrose eventually loses it.
If he ever defends it.
Yeah, if he defends it as well, that's a good point. But
I could see it. But again, it's
Well,
kind of propping up the mid-card. These guys that are coming through, and you look at the likes of Zack Ryder and the likes of R-Truth
yeah.
that were there, that were those
Ryder lost.
mid-card guys that heels would go over, they would squash and everything like this. And that, I kind of see that's the way that Bo Dallas may eventually go. I would love it though if, for example, the Money in the Bank ladder match, they had a tournament on NXT.
Yeah.
To get one person into that ladder match.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Before the pay-per-view, you have one NXT live special or something.
Yeah.
Where the winner of that match gets a shot in the Money in the Bank ladder match.
Goes into
a lot like the Royal Rumble one that Bo Dallas got in, and that was just a waste of time.
Sami Zayn would be awesome in there.
But if Sami Zayn got into that,
then there's your next.
If
main guy. You could even have one winning it, couldn't you? Like the first one, you'd probably have an NXT guy win it.
Exactly.
Whether they cashed it in and won, that doesn't need to be spoken about, really. Does it?
I personally think that Cesaro's going to win
the Money in the
Bank this year.
Yeah.
But it would be. Shut up! I think it would be quite cool to have just from out of nowhere an NXT guy come in and huge upset.
Yeah.
That would be star making.
Yeah, of course.
Especially if it closed out the pay-per-view.
And that's how you make your stars.
But yeah.
But going back to Adam Rose, apparently he did one of the live events the other day, and he was just his match was like a comedy match. And if that's the bit that he gets stuck in,
Santino.
Yeah, it'll be nothing more than a Santino, and that's unfortunate because he's decent in the ring, isn't he?
Yeah. But at the same time, what those guys will see is the complete opposite to us. They'll be thinking, okay, we're on TV like Rob should be, but no, I'm back. He's not professional enough to keep his phone switched off.
Like Jez asked.
Oh man, but it's a 3310.
I know, yeah.
Or is it a 3330 actually?
Yeah. No, that's a 10. That. Oh no, it's a
3330.
Is it?
Wow.
Fucking hell, Rob.
Wow. He's up market.
Yes.
You can tell that he gets paid a lot for doing this because he's on that kind of money. He's on 3330 money. So yeah, I mean, Emma, prime example of someone who, there we go. You got it right this time.
Yeah, there you go.
Prime example for me of someone who was great on NXT. I didn't see much in it to begin with. I just thought, well, she's awkwardly dancing. What the hell is that about? Again, it's someone else who's got the entrance. But then she gets good in the ring. She gets over. Everyone loves her in the NXT arena.
Yeah.
And gets put on Monday Night Raw. And instead of being involved with Paige, who she's had some absolutely amazing matches with on NXT, especially on NXT Arrival.
Yeah.
She gets lumbered with Santino and a pink cobra.
Yeah.
We won't make any sexual references at all. You can make them yourself.
Well, Rob can make them for you.
Yeah. And you just get her being Santino's 2014 version of the friend zone gimmick that he was with Beth Phoenix.
Yeah. And we don't need that again, do we?
And it's a waste of her talent.
Yeah.
I think she
might as well keep her in NXT.
Yeah. I think she'll still be around, maybe.
Yeah.
Still make the odd appearance, but
who do you think will win the NXT Women's Title tournament?
I haven't been keeping up to date on that.
Yeah.
No, I've got 2 weeks worth to catch up on.
Have I spoiled that for you?
No, I knew there was one. I honestly, I don't know. But
I think Charlotte won it, just to say. Put my 2 pence in the hat.
I need to see more of her.
Yeah. Oh,
because I'm not 100% convinced that they're in the ring yet.
Oh, she's good.
Another couple of weeks now.
Yeah, she'll be there. Alright.
Kane, no mask or mask.
Are you just serious? That's that question.
You thought?
No, it was the chair. I was symbolising that I was getting out of the chair because you were mentioning Kane.
God, you not like Kane?
Yes and no. Has his place on the card. Can be a monster, but he's kind of getting like the Big Show now for me, in the sense that you guys doing.
Just want some water. 2 seconds.
Just throwing some Steewises.
Oh, sorry, I've got it. I've got my bottle there.
Wow. You were saying?
Kind of like the Big Show for me at the moment, in the sense that they turned him face and heel so many times that it doesn't really make sense anymore.
He should go.
And it doesn't really mean much.
He should bugger off and do his.
Especially the Team Hell No stuff with Daniel
The
Bryan.
Team Hell No stuff was,
That was
absolutely
amazing.
fantastic.
Yeah.
That's the best thing Kane's done in years.
Dr. Shelby
Needs to be come back.
and all those things. I mean, it would detract from the Extreme Rules match where you're trying to make sure that Daniel Bryan is getting retribution for his wife. And
I didn't even think about Team Hell No when them two were going at each other for the belt.
First thing that I thought of.
Was it?
Yeah.
I didn't. It only dawned on me the other day. But while they were trying to build it up, I didn't even.
Give it 2 weeks after the pay-per-view and they'll be hugging it out. Or will we?
It might be.
Kane needs to go now, though. I think.
Subtle. Write a little novel. Little story where some friends become enemies, some enemies become friends. Go on.
The British wrestling scene.
Yep.
Who stands out for you at this moment in time?
Dave Mastiff. The bastard, Dave Mastiff.
What he said.
What I said.
Any particular reason?
Because he's a bastard.
Yes.
Because not because he is a bastard, because he is the bastard.
He's our favourite bastard.
Who's our favourite bastard?
He is, but he's a big guy. He's what, 21 stone?
Yeah, I'd say
I
that.
think his build is 21 stone, something like that. From the Black Country, so he's a hard bastard.
Yeah,
and he's from the Midlands.
And the beard.
And the beard.
The beard
as well.
is probably the best beard in pro wrestling right now.
Screw Daniel Bryan's.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan's got
All due
nothing
respect to the Yes Man,
on this beard.
but Dave Mastiff, if you haven't seen him wrestle, if you haven't seen his beard, it is something else.
Oh,
But the guy can do so much that usually someone his size cannot, should not be able to do.
a 21 stone man should not be able to nip up better than Shawn Michaels.
Correct. He also should not be able to do a handstand on the top rope with ease.
Or a Hurricane Rana.
Or a Hurricane Rana. And
Well, it's finishing move.
His finishing ball,
the cannonball
isn't it?
into the-
Shit, man, that's nuts.
right into the...
That is the best finisher in pro wrestling.
First time I saw that, I think a little bit of poo came.
Yeah, I think we lost our shit.
I think it did because I was that surprised that a guy of his frame
Can do that.
can just throw himself around the ring that way.
Yeah,
He's also got amazing entrance music.
yeah. Just his whole image just screams, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That I need to be somewhere bigger than what I'm doing right now.
And some of his matches as well.
He does. That's not a knock on the British wrestling scene. It's not.
No.
But they're not going to make massive money, are they? Doing
No.
British indie. He needs to be. He needs to be in America.
Yeah.
I even think he'd WWE. Would he get over there? Don't know.
That's the
TNA. I
problem.
think in TNA. I
Just
think.
throw
or
another
ring-
dancing gimmick
I don't-
on it.
Yeah.
They
of
probably
course, sticking with
would.
Brodus Clay.
Yeah.
Well, they've repackaged him now, haven't they?
Oh, it's an email.
He's like dead serious in NXT now.
But with Mr. Mastiff, if you guys check out PCW's library of DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff, make sure that you get hold of. What was the last one that we went to? It was the
last one was
It wasn't Road to Glory, was
the
it?
Rumble one.
Spring Slam.
No, that was the last one that we didn't go to.
I forget the name.
What was it called?
I
What was
will-
it called? What was your first PCW show?
I will Google it.
Road to Glory.
No.
Wasn't Road to Glory. Either way, the match that he had in that.
Who dares wins?
Who dares
Dares
wins?
wins.
There you go.
Thank you, producer Dave. The Who Dares Wins match that he had with John Gresham,
Yeah.
and John Gresham is like 5'3", if that, about 120 pound soaking wet,
Yeah.
if that, and Gresham German suplexed 21 stone
Yeah.
Dave Mastiff.
That was mental, wasn't it?
And
But the crowd gets so into Dave Mastiff's matches. How many times have
Yeah.
we left there going, what was your match of the night? Mastiff.
Yeah.
Mastiff. Every single time we go. The
No,
man is just...
again, it's not taking anything away from the guys like Chris Travis, who has
Chris Travis is up there.
he is one of the best, and he has been voted one of the best if not the best British wrestler.
He got voted 2014 British Wrestler of the Year on FSM magazine and Power Slam magazine as well. He did mention it on the interview that we did with him today.
Nice little plug.
Yeah,
Check out the Facebook.
Check out the Facebook. You can see our exclusive interview with Chris Travis.
Twitter at PWU
_UK.
UK.
There you go.
Exclusive interview with him on that.
I mean, I also linked one of Travis's matches on Facebook. I think it was one he had with Chris Masters. For everyone that's not from the UK and not familiar with our guys, just to see how good that the guy is.
Yeah.
He could probably get over in the WWE.
He has been
He's had
tryouts.
As well. I mean, but there's so many that stand out, and it's not just Massive and Travis. You could go through them all, couldn't you? You got Joey Hayes, Bubblegum, El Ligero, Danny Hope, Madman Manson. I mean, we can't not talk about Madman Manson when we're talking about British guys. You can't really.
Madman Manson is
our Adam Rose.
He is. But he is the guy that he's completely unapologetic in the fact that he doesn't want to be a wrestler.
No.
He just does it for extra money on the side. He owns the ring along with T-Bone. They go around the country. They will set up the ring. They will make money doing it that way. But the thing is, every single time Madness comes on, and every single time his music hits, the whole place goes absolutely mental. And it literally is a case of, right, as soon as he comes out, like when Maria and Mike Bennett were at PCW the other month, whenever he's involved, and the same with Danny Hope as well, ever since those two have been interacting together, they ended up doing all the single ladies. Just in the middle of the match, stops what they were doing. They were in the headlock, and then to reverse out of it, they started playing all the single ladies, and they started doing a choreographed dance to it.
But how good was the slow motion stuff though? That was weird.
A 5-minute segment of Madman Manson and Mike Bennett, Ring of Honor's Mike Bennett, wrestling Mike Bennett, doing 5 minutes of pure slow motion wrestling, along with the crowd chanting along in slow motion.
Yeah.
This is awesome. Just like that. And
it was weird.
Again, that's where, for me, the entertainment side of wrestling comes into it, because
it gets lost sometimes.
As much as we bash WWE, and we have done for saying that Adam Rose is going to be the next comedic guy, Santino's the comedic guy, Hornswoggle is the comedic guy.
Yeah.
We may bash him for that, but at the same time, when it's done right,
it's good.
It's done right, and it kind of provides that break that you need from pure wrestling to the entertainment side of it, which at the end of the day, I don't know about you guys, but I like the entertainment side of it. I watch wrestling to be entertained.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What
Well,
about you, Rob? Why do you watch wrestling?
Even Marie.
Even. So Rob's our Total Divas expert.
Well, so basically, you just watch Total Divas and not wrestling.
It's the truth.
Speak, yeah, it's a whisper.
Set it up, my man.
PCW are doing a show, tribute to the troops. It's a free outdoor show in Preston. Is it in the town centre?
I think it's
July 28th. June 28th on Armed Forces Day. It's at Preston Flag Market, which is basically right in the centre of Preston City Centre. And they'll just be setting up the ring outside, and it's just a case of putting on a free show for everyone that's around, that everyone wants to see it. And I've only just actually learnt this since going on the website to have a look at the DVDs. And it's kind of taken me back a little bit, because it's like breaking news.
Yeah.
Carlito Caribbean Cool himself. That is cool. He will be coming to Preston City. I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool. He will be coming to Preston, and he will be wrestling for Preston City Wrestling.
And Chris Masters will be there as well.
Who?
Chris Masters.
Who?
The masterpiece.
Who?
That was actually
Legion of Boom.
No, Legion of Boom.
Legion of Boom. Yeah.
I mean, for you guys that are out there, and you might be saying, well, why don't you talk about other British wrestlers? Why don't you talk about, I don't know, people that I know off the top of my head, Zach Gibson, or Andy Wilde, or people from north of the border, and people from Southside Wrestling, or people from the Hull area, or the Yorkshire area, and people like that. I mean, Martin Kirby, we haven't even touched on Martin Kirby, and he's a Preston City Wrestling mainstay. He's one of the, again, one of the top British guys at the moment.
Guys that has awesome matches every time.
When we talk about British wrestling, yes, our views are primarily focused on PCW just because that's the ones that we can get to, because it is literally on our doorstep. And due to work commitments and things, it's so much easier for us to just jump on the train, get there, 45 minutes, if that.
And get fucked up.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much get fucked up, watch two oily guys dance with each other to Beyonce, and then
there you go.
Come home and tell everyone that doesn't like wrestling about it and realise that we are indeed those people.
Yeah. But that gave us probably the greatest wrestling moment ever when Danny Hope won the title.
Yes.
It was the best thing I've ever seen in wrestling. Even better than anything I've seen on the telly.
The Who Dares
Honestly, God, man, it was fucking brilliant.
It was genuinely like I hate the term, mark. I hate the term, insider.
Yeah.
And I hate the way that people are, web fans, internet fans, the internet wrestling community, whatever. We're all just fans.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
But at that very moment, that was, like you said, easily one of the best moments that I've experienced in wrestling. Not only because we were fucked up, but also because it's this guy who. Imagine Santino winning the Royal Rumble from out of absolutely nowhere to become the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Mm-hmm. Imagine that for a second, but imagine that the whole arena wanted it to happen. Yeah. And they'd wanted it to happen all night. And imagine tassels. Lots and lots of tassels. And
Tasselmania, baby.
Tasselmania was running wild.
It was running wild.
It was a great show. I mean, we missed the last one because of work and everything, but that was easily one of the best PCW shows that we've been to. Obviously on the back of the whole Lionheart incident from the month before. Yeah. And it was
just a great show.
It was amazing seeing him coming out at the start of the show. And not only walking to the ring himself, getting into the ring, and being able to thank everyone for the support and the well wishes that he got. Yeah. Ultimately, obviously, relinquished the PCW title, but it was a very emotional moment, and then we ended the night with Danny Hope as the PCW champion
for all of 5 minutes.
Yeah, and then Joseph Hayes comes out and attacks his, I guess, well, he's not even a former tag team partner because they're not tag team in PCW. No, but he's a good friend from other promotions, Danny Hope, where they are the models. Yeah, and Joey wears tassels as well.
We've got another match at the Super Show. 2 out of 3 falls.
That one I may have to go to.
Yeah. That's it from all of us at PWU on our first web show. Make sure you hit the like button on Facebook. Give us a follow on Twitter and also check out the website. All the links will be in the description below. That's a goodbye from me.
And goodbye from him.
And goodbye from him as well.
Giving infringement all over the place.
Woo!
Have a wonderful evening, guys, and we'll see you around the internet somewhere.